Are you ready, kids?
Press the button.
I did it. Didn't do anything.
See? I'm not the only one.
I can't hear you.
Hello! Welcome to Entertain This, a podcast about movies, TV shows, and video games. My name is Hayden. With me I have Mitch.
Hello.
And Tam.
Hi, Tam.
Today we're discussing news and reviews of all three mediums and my punishments.
Mediums.
But before we begin, social media Mitch.
Well, you can go to entertainmentpodcast.com just to take you to our Facebook group and page. You can also go to our X / Twitter. Everybody just calls it Twitter, which is @thisentertain. You also go to our Instagram, which is entertain.this, and we have our YouTube and TikTok, entertain this ! And we're still on the Planet X network. Just a little different now. We're doing it audibly instead of visually now. So you go to our RSS feed there. Let's do the show.
I have a question. What do you think PTA conferences were like at Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters?
Did you finish, Mitch? Your social media?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Like, could you imagine being the parents, like, you're watching the news and you see your kid dressed up like a superhero getting picked up by Juggernaut and launched through a building?
Well, they probably start off with, well, first of all, we try to prevent the deaths if at all possible.
Okay, if we're talking about that, I'm more concerned about the education system of Hogwarts because you got to think, like...
They let that school decide a lot of policy for the Wizarding World.
But, like, great, you're great at divination, but do you know how to balance your checkbook? Like, can you figure out, like...
You just wave the wand over the checkbook.
Do you know modern geography? You know, like
checkbook balance. So
if they do have, like, mundane classes, like, you know, pre-cal, I'd hate to be that professor at the School of Wizardry.
No one signs up.
Well, you got to teach it. They all don't want to be there. They're busy, like, practicing duels and whatnot.
Yeah, like, they're like the kids who are just, like, not that good at math. Like, they can do it, but it's just, like,
yeah,
they're getting picked last for, like, Wizard Dodgeball.
That'd be funny. Like, they should do, like, a bit on SNL or something like that. There's, like the math teacher that has to go to Xavier School and Hogwarts. He's just like, why am I picked for this? These darn kids.
Well, you know, geometry would be good for, like, Xavier School for people that could shoot stuff out of their hands and, you know.
Just teaching people how to murder faster.
Geography and geometry.
It's all about the bank shot. Yeah. You got to learn how to ricochet, so you got to know the angle.
That Cyclops is, like, #1 class.
Yeah, Magneto's in, like, chemistry, just, like, mad that all these metals can't be bent and stuff like that.
This is germanium. I can't bend it.
Yeah. What do you mean nickel's not magnetic? So, I don't know. All right.
Anyways.
My punishment, I had to play a game. The game was called Telling Lies.
Did you lie?
No. But the game is not really a game. It's more, they actually call it a full motion video. So it's essentially 10 hours of footage that it's hard to explain. All right, let me just read this little narrative here.
I just know it looked very boring.
It was developed by a guy named Sam Barlow and published by Annapurna Interactive, which is like, Annapurna does huge indie movie. They're big in the indie movie scene. So this is their video game indie scene. Barlow got famous for his previous title called Her Story, which uses full motion video. This Telling Lies game, it's focuses around 4 people. One of them is Logan Marshall Green. He was in Prometheus and Spider-Man: Homecoming. He in Prometheus, he was the guy that, like, has relations with the main character and gives her that infection.
Oh, he's the first one who gets, like...
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Things swimming around his eye and stuff like that.
Yeah. He's the one who gets taken out by Michael Fassbender.
Carrie Bechet, she's in *Halt and Catch Fire*. Angela Serafian, she was in Westworld. She was one of the androids in Westworld. And
Westworld.
Alexandra Shipp is in she's X-Men Apocalypse. She plays Storm in the new ones. Tick Tick Boom. So she's actually a really good singer. She sings in this show or game too, basically a show. So you play as an unnamed character, and all you really see is you can tell it's a lady, and she sits in front of a computer screen. And you can kind of see her outline in the reflection of the computer screen. And then the whole game is you operating this computer screen. It's got like a very bare bones operating system. It's got solitaire, which is cool, I guess. And then it brings up this thing called Retina, which is a search engine thing for like all this video feed. And you have 10 hours of video that you have to basically type in a keyword like castle, right? And then every time a person in video says the word castle, it pulls up all of those clips. The annoying thing is it starts you at that word. So if it's a 10-minute long clip and you want to see the entirety of it, you have to rewind, and it goes like 3 seconds, faster. That's about it. So it's rewinding very slowly to go all the way to the beginning. So you have to just sit there and just hold rewind. And you get to the beginning, and then start the clip, and then you watch your 10 minutes, and then what you're doing is you're trying to figure out between these 4 characters what the mystery is, and like so like watching a clip may or may not reveal something interesting to you, and then you type in that keyword, and then you go to the next video, and you figure it out. Fortunately, the narrative was interesting enough to keep you involved. 10 hours, I mean, I think like there's a clock on it. Like I think you have 5 hours before you have to get off. Like your character makes you get off. But it's interesting enough to keep researching and finding out what happened. The gist is the main character, David, you don't really know his name because he keeps changing it. He works for the FBI, and he's like investigating a Greenpeace-esque terrorist organization. And
eco-terrorist.
He goes in like undercover and pretends to be one of them, but then he gets so deep into cover he kind of forgets his identity. His wife, Carrie Bichet, they have a daughter, and she'll like talk to him, and he lies constantly about what he's doing because he falls in love with somebody else while he's undercover, and then that's the girl who played Storm in the new X-Men stuff.
Okay.
And then I forget who the 4th person was. Obviously not that important. Oh yeah, he's also he's having a hard time dealing with his identity, so he talks to a cam girl, who's the girl from Westworld, and all he does is just pay her just to divulge all of his secrets. But then he ends up falling in love with her too, and they use like the other frustrating part is you'll only see one side of the conversation per video clip. So if you and me are Skyping right now, okay, and we have a 10-minute conversation, one clip will only be from my side. And you'll just see, like, Tom just sitting there, just, like, nodding for, like, 5 minutes. Like,
So you never hear any of my responses.
Right, never. and you're just like, so sometimes you're watching a guy just stare at the camera for, like, 5 minutes. And you're just like, fast forward. Oh, you said something? And he was like, uh-huh. Okay. Fast forward. And so, I mean, I can kind of see the idea. Like the challenge is you got to sift through a bunch of. So I've done video editing for stuff in the past, and it feels like that. You're like, all right, this is crap. Okay, there's some key phrases. Okay, and then you learn that. You have like it gives you like a little notebook in your desktop, and you can type down key phrases, and then you bookmark your videos in stream of connection to each other. And depending on how much video you've seen, how much you've bookmarked and taken key notes of, the outcome of the game they'll show you a certain ending. The endings are all the same as far as I can tell. But yeah, so it's an okay game. I don't think it's bad. I think it's a very novel concept. The story was interesting enough. I don't think it would stand alone as a significant Hollywood or TV kind of story, but to have it in a game, and mind you, this is all live action. There's like the only thing that's video game-esque is the user interface in the computer. So like they're real actors, real people talking to camera all the time.
And
So
you're just like, yep, watching this.
It's barely a video game. It's just basically an interactive movie.
I was just hoping it was really boring for you.
I mean, there were some parts where you're just like, what is happening? And then, but the actors were really good, and the story was enough to keep you going. 5 hours of content is a lot, but if you got nothing else to do, and if you want to like kind of sit down and watch a very long movie, but be engaged in it more than you would a regular movie, because that's what it's making you do that. I guess that's a good way to do it. So, and yeah, the way it gets to the end and what happens at the end is pretty cool. So, yeah, I can see why people are all about it, and it seems like it's a very easy thing to do. I could see this probably being a big thing in the future. Interactive movies, it's kind of like, I don't know. Imagine like a book, but somebody ripped out all the pages and threw them around the room, and they didn't have page numbers on them, so you're trying to figure out how the book goes in order and stuff like that. So that's kind of what it's like. So there you go. I give it 7. So,
Damn.
yeah, that's usually what its reviews are through all the review people online, and yeah, it did. I'd give it a 7. So
All right, well, that was
Anyway.
disappointing.
Shucks. There's always next
Welcome
week.
to the movies.
Enjoy the show.
'Cause you got punished.
I did.
Well, I saw a movie. I saw Sisu.
Sisu?
Sisu.
Sisu.
Norwegian John Wick.
Pretty much.
Is this that World War II
Yeah.
where the guy's like throwing landmines and like
Yes.
bouncing them off dude's face? Okay, I'm excited for this one.
Basically, in this, he's a guy who left the life of war behind, and because he lost his family during World War II, and World War II is still going on at this time, but like he lost his family because of the Nazis and stuff like that. So he's tried to like just exclude himself. He left life behind. He's gone out and become a miner. He finds gold, and then he collects the gold that he finds in this huge like vein of gold that he discovers. And
Big old veins.
he basically fills up a backpack of it, and he's going to take it to get the money for it. Well, as he starts going down the road, he runs into a troop of Russians with a tank and like 2 or 3 like personnel carriers.
Mm-hmm.
And the first group that he passes, they're like, just let him go, let him go, because they think he's nothing. Well, then they come across like the SS officers at the very end of the train that or I say train, like what do you call it, a group of people.
Okay.
But they're a little ways back from the rest of them because they've been taking their time killing these other people that they'd come across. So these 3 SS officers are standing there, and they stop him and make him get off the horse. Then they go through his stuff and find the gold. They're like, "We're rich, boys."
And he's like,
And so he's standing there. He's got like his back to him. They got a gun on him, and they're like, "All right, get on the ground. Put your hands behind your head." And he just stands there. And then they're still joking because 2 of them are still over at the horse going through his bag, and the other one's got his gun on him. Well, it's the second he like turns away to look back at the other guys, this Sisu guy turns, grabs the gun, and stabs him in the head. And then he commences to kill the others
Brutally.
Yeah, it's got like almost Quentin Tarantino kind of levels of blood.
What's the goriest thing you saw?
The goriest thing.
he ate a man.
I mean, when they get blown up by landmines, you just see body bits and blood everywhere. Because basically the guys like the Germans had planted a bunch of landmines, and he walked into it. Well, as he's trying to get away on his horse steps on one and gets blown to pieces.
That's a big old explosion.
Well, then the Sisu guy wakes up and like looks over, and his horse is like, you see the head of the horse, and then it pans down, and there's just like bits and pieces everywhere.
Poor horse.
He got godfathered.
But yeah, then because of all the gunfire from when he killed these other 3 SS officers, the rest of them turned around and started coming back. Well, one thing leads to another. They're like, well, bring him here. And they realize there's landmines everywhere. And he's like, looks to his partner. He's like, how many did we put out? And the guy's like, all of them. So he like,
damn.
He disappears in the smoke as like landmines go off because a couple of officers go towards him. But they find his dog tags from when his horse stepped on one, and the
horse had dog tags.
the Sisu, but the Nazis pick it up, And as they're like trying to track him down because he's run off, they're like, so who is this guy? The second in command's like radioed in, and they're like, yeah, the officer said we're lucky to be alive. We should probably just turn back now, is what they said. And they're like, he's like, why? He's like, well, this guy has 300 confirmed kills of Russians during the Winter War.
He's the ghost. Does he have some nickname or something?
He does. He's called Koshchei.
Oh.
The Immortal.
Oh.
So it's basically him and like the White Death.
Pretty much.
So
like even there's a bunch of girls that have been like kidnapped by the Nazis and stuff that are being held in the back of this truck. And they're like, yeah, he has that name because basically he refuses to die.
What war was he a veteran of?
World War II.
Okay. And then he just got out while World War II still going on?
Right after the Winter War.
Okay.
Basically he left. He was like says he's an ex-commando.
Yeah, the invasion of Norway.
It doesn't say who he was with or whatever.
Is it English as a first language movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they'll have some phrases that'll be in other languages, but for the most part, it's English. The director is Jalmari Helander, but I don't recognize any of the other stuff he's done. But like you said, it's basically John Wick meets Nazis.
Yeah.
This guy survives stuff he should not survive.
Yeah.
Just like John Wick.
He's the Immortal.
But like there's one part where he gets hung, and he's there for I don't know how long, and he survives it because there's like a hole in his leg from where he got shot, like recently, and he like uses this spike that's on the post to like puts his leg in it and like holds himself up.
Okay.
Yeah. He survives the tank shooting at him and like knocking him off his horse. Like it didn't hit him directly, but
It goes past him like very close range.
yeah. There's one where he like dives into this water. Well, sorry. First, he lights himself on fire to keep the dogs from like trying to jump on him and grab him that the Germans have, and then jumps in the water. And he stays underwater. And how he continues to stay underwater is they send Germans in to get the gold that he had because they assume he's dead. And when they go in, he basically cuts their throat and then breathes the air out of their lungs somehow.
Ew.
I don't know how that works.
All right.
I mean, technically,
Just rips the lungs out and
Well, he just like cuts their neck and then he's like, I don't know if he bites down what he's doing, but he like basically breathes the air out of their lungs.
it would just be pure blood. That
Yeah.
you're breathing.
Well, then he swims to the other side of this big lake, and then they're trying to snipe him. He can't hit him, so the guy's like, you know what? Screw this. The German goes and gets in the tank and turns the turret towards him, and the Sisu guy just throws a dead body over his shoulder, and the body's getting hit by these bullets
Yeah.
all right,
as
come
he's
on.
running away.
All right.
Those will go through him.
So, what would you rate this movie?
I mean, I give it probably, let's see, I'm going to put a 6.5.
Yeah.
It's a fun watch, but it's
cheesy.
completely unbelievable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's basically John Wick meets World War II.
And Russians and Nazis.
And they call this guy the Immortal. And if you see the end of the movie, there's got to be some kind of supernatural explanation.
Oh, okay.
Because it doesn't allude to that. But for him to survive what he survives, it's got to be.
Well, I'll give it a watch one day.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty fun. It's a fun action movie just to like.
That's what do they
I've never seen
a
like
mangasm.
Yeah, I just ever seen like the trailer where like he like pegs a Nazi in the face with a landmine. It's just-
Well, yeah, they detonate, or he takes a rock and detonates the landmine that's like close to him, which makes a big debris like cloud. And then as the other guy starts walking towards it, because the German guy's like, "Go get him!" So he starts like creeping through the landmines, and you just see one come out of the smoke like, pop, boom, and then you see body parts everywhere.
like, nine, they got hands. Fritz, you're next.
But yeah, I gave it a 6.5. It's fun to watch, but it's completely unbelievable.
Yeah.
Anyways, on
It
the TV.
sounds like nonsense.
Hey.
History began on July 4th, 1776.
Stay thirsty, my friends. Stay thirsty, my friend.
I watched the show,
What show did you watch?
The Rookie. Came out or debuted in 2018. Still ongoing. 5 seasons, 98 episodes. I'm still in season 1.
I didn't know it was still going.
I didn't either.
They even got a spinoff.
What's the spinoff?
Brooklyn Nine. Oh, no.
It's like the Rookie Feds.
Okay.
It's like I think one of the characters from the show goes to the Feds and
Interesting.
does stuff. But this is the Nathan Fillion show. Is what has been occupying his time since Castle ended.
Yeah.
Okay.
From what I understand, it's essentially Castle without that annoying girl that everybody couldn't stand. So
Apparently, this is based on a real life person.
Oh yeah.
Because the rookie's Nathan Fillion's character is like in his mid-40s, and he joins the LAPD.
What was he doing before he was a cop?
He's a construction
Yeah, and he just like had it
like business guy.
Yeah.
So the premise of the show is he like gets his wife is divorcing him. He has a son who like moved out to go to college, and he's at a bank in like Pennsylvania where he lives, and there's a bank robbery, and he helps the cops like thwart the robbers.
Yeah.
And then he like suddenly gets like his calling about what he really wants to do.
Right.
So he packs up and everything, goes to Los Angeles and joins the LAPD. And he's like their oldest rookie to record, which is apparently real life because a guy did it named William Norcross, who's still with the LAPD since 2015.
Okay.
And he's actually a technical advisor for the show.
That's cool.
So that's kind of nice. The LAPD always has good shows about their cops. Because their news articles are not good.
No. Good shows, not good history.
They're like, someone's like, this show is like, these are the best cops in the LAPD. It's fictional.
Yeah.
It's just like, we wish we had people like this out there on the streets.
So basically it's a lot of old dude jokes. Like, oh.
He gets old dude jokes a lot because like he's older than everybody except like this sergeant.
Right.
Sorry, go ahead.
His like watch commander guy who at first he doesn't like him at all. Because he's like, he thinks he's just like a midlife crisis dude.
Yeah.
He's like, you're just doing this because you don't know what else to do. And like, you're not in it for what this is really about.
Right.
And you're probably going to get people hurt.
And he's got like a great moral compass and everything, huh?
Oh, of course he does.
Yeah. So.
Now, is this show based in modern day or is it based?
Modern day.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was based when the real guy was supposed to.
Yeah, the real guy did it in 2015.
Oh, okay, well.
So 3 years later, they made the show.
And he's just a patrol cop.
Yeah, he was a guy on patrol.
Why'd they choose this random guy to make a?
It's an interesting.
They got 5 seasons out of it. It's not a bad show. I mean, they're like 45, 50-minute episodes. The gunplay.
Oh yeah,
is sad.
Yeah, and I'm sure like he's involved in insane homicides and.
Oh, I mean,
like terrorist.
The amount of. I'm on season 7. I'm on episode 7.
Yeah.
I mean, he has shot people. He's been shot at. He's been tackled off roofs.
Still in day 3.
Yeah.
Car chases, pit maneuvers, and not like textbook pit maneuvers either. Like they're just ramming cars, and it's like pit them. It's like just crashing into the back of a suspect's car isn't a pit maneuver.
It's Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. I mean, what drives the show is the characters.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of watch with a grain of salt about like how they're really doing a lot of stuff, and you're just like, there's no way this amount of crap happens to a rookie in 3 episodes. Like there's no way.
So I guess there's like a love interest and stuff like that out of nowhere.
He has a beginning love interest that they kind of sneak on you.
Is it another cop?
It's another cop. It's a rookie. One of the rookie went to the academy with.
That's like 20 years younger than him?
Like 15, yeah.
We had this discussion
we
already.
just talked about it.
Good for him.
They already broke up.
Oh, poor Nathan Fillion.
I know. He's just so damn likable.
I know.
You just like, God, you're like, I just want to give that guy a handshake and just be like, you know what, you're doing good.
I'm
Nathan.
excited to see him as Hal Jordan.
I've heard a lot of bad things though. Like Nathan Fillion just keeps popping up.
Well,
like
actually,
people like leave the show because they're like, apparently he's like a douche.
He's actually playing Guy Gardner.
Yeah, he's playing Guy Gardner.
Oh, okay.
The more annoying of the Green Lanterns.
What do you mean he's a douche? Because
Like they were talking about like John from Castle and then from like this show.
I heard that in Castle that the other girl, like everybody took Nathan Fillion's side and they wrote her off in Castle.
I think that happened with this show. Like everybody kind of just went to Nathan Fillion's side. I mean, I've never met Nathan Fillion.
I've heard nothing but good things about him.
I've heard a lot of great things. I've heard some not so great things. Just throwing it out there.
Wow.
But after that, because of that Alec Baldwin nonsense, that movie Rust, where they're just like shooting real guns at people.
Yeah.
And it's like movie. They use like airsoft guns. And I mean, you watch them like they're in all these shootouts, no blowback on Glocks.
Just like
There's been a lot of scenes where you see them like go in and you see the slides like halfway back, and it's like, come on.
yeah, that's
Like they edit in the muzzle flashes, and like they'll be behind their car, and like some suspect is with a fully auto M4, it's just laying rounds on it, and you just see little sparks like doo, 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 but no bullet holes are in the car.
that's depressing.
And I'm just like that's not how that would really work.
Yeah, well, it's you know like if you're making a cop procedural drama, you know, you should probably make it accurate to cops because they're probably going to be your number one audience.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, the LAPD has had a pretty good history with their own television stuff because if anybody's like pretending to be them, they're a part of it, and like they would get like episodal approval.
Yeah.
For it, like if you want to do a show about us, like we're gonna have a say, and if you air this,
Right.
like they did, like with Dragnet,
Right.
years ago,
Just
then
the fact.
with Adam 12, where like they wanted to get away from their real image and reputation
Right.
to like that clean cut, you know, the dark suit, you know, the tie, and
Right.
the LAPD's finest, the city of angels,
Right.
policed by angels with duty belts.
Yeah.
And then like this show, like even with movies, like what was the one, End of Watch? They were heavily involved in that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a good one.
But it's not a bad show. I'm rather enjoying it. I give it a 7 out of 10.
We'll be right back.
Ever wondered what a rhythm-based stealth game with dinosaurs might look like? Or a farming sim in space with zombies? Welcome to the Gaming Blender podcast. I'm Matt, and with my co-host Scott, we take a random game genre and random game mechanics, blend them all up, and pitch wild, totally hypothetical games you've never heard of, and maybe shouldn't. New episodes every other week. Hit play and unleash your inner game dev. No coding required. Search the Gaming Blender on your favorite podcast app now.
Episodic, right? Like every episode just starts a new story.
I mean, there's a running story.
There's a serial arc, but
There's a serial arc with the characters and what they've been going through because they're all on like they're all on FTO.
okay.
And I mean, it's like some of like the training stuff is kind of like hilarious because they're just like the car. It's called the shop. You don't call it anything else. It's just like it's a car.
Yeah.
It's a patrol car. And like they have to like go and they get like these 2 huge bags every morning. They have to go get their cameras and like sign in on them. And I'm like, no one does that. They're all coded to you by Axon. And like they go and like get their shotguns. And I'm like, mine have been sitting in my car the entire time. I was like, you passed the class. It's issued that day and the ammo. And it's just there. It's like you just have it
Yeah.
the whole time. Because I guess I don't think they do take them.
Yeah. I'm sure.
I just don't get like how they have time to do stuff because like their shift seems to last like a while.
Well, that's their interpretation. Like that's their bread and butter.
But it's like
Everything is
early in the morning. It's morning time and they're like doing stuff, and then it's like, oh, we got to go to work, and then like they go to work and it's like everybody's there for like roll call, and then it's like the whole day, and then it's even nighttime, and then they're in the locker room, and then they're like at the bar or at the restaurant, and they're talking about or they're at the beach, and then it's just like, oh, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's like, when are you guys off?
Yeah, I remember when I saw Training Day, you know, and I was like a kid, and I saw that movie, and I was like, is that like all day? Did they just never stop working? Like it was 24 hours of pure chaos. So I that part always threw me for a loop. So yeah, all right,
Other than sleeping, that's the way it feels.
yeah, yeah. All right, well, moving on to games. I played a game called Starfield.
Nuh-uh.
I did.
Guess what?
You just watch YouTube videos.
Me too.
Oh, you've been playing it too?
I did.
How many hours are you into it?
Like 14.
39.
Yeah, we got about 36 hours.
I haven't
I'm about
gotten
14.
it.
So I'm level 29 right now.
I think I'm right around 13, somewhere between 13 and 15.
What was your background? What did you choose?
What do you mean?
Like, I chose Ronin.
I don't remember.
Your stealth and I can lockpick and
Oh,
whatnot.
I think mine chose. I think I chose Bounty Hunter or something like that.
Yeah.
Hayden went rogue.
Yeah, Bounty Hunter. That's an interesting one.
I've got a lot of perks towards pistols.
Yeah, yeah. So Starfield, you know, if you don't know, if you've been living under a rock as far as video games are concerned, it's essentially it's the first game that Bethesda's made original in 25 years, and it's called a NASA punk style where it has like retro kind of technology. It looks like modern NASA related stuff, exposed pipes and wires and that like foam
Not that
wrapping
clean.
kind of stuff.
like
It's clean, but it looks lived in, you know. So
like Battlestar Galactica,
yeah,
but not
yeah.
Star Trek.
Yeah, but like with like that white, you know, padding kind of, you know, covering for all that stuff that's in
Just put padding on it. Why? Just put it.
It's safe. You're gonna float. You're gonna bump into it. Things like
Space.
Space.
Final Frontier.
So it's like in the year 2330, and the humanity has colonized out into the far reaches of the galaxy and stuff like that. And
Including Uranus.
There's probably a colony on one of the moons or something like that. But it's a vast, sprawling, ginormous game.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not possible. It's just not possible to see everything. So, one of the biggest hangups of the game when it came out was people were mad that you can't just fly your ship straight to a planet. You just kind of fast travel to it.
I read an article. This person spent 7 hours flying to Pluto, and then you can't just fly directly onto the planet like in No Man's Sky. You actually have to choose to land.
Right.
This person flew to Pluto for 7 hours and then flew right through it.
You just go right through the planet.
Yeah. I mean, like, the developers are like, I think they underestimated people's like want for realism.
Yeah.
So they're like, nobody's going to want to fly in space for 7 hours. We're just going to make fast travel be a thing for everything.
Yeah.
So, but people are pissed, because that's a thing.
Why can't I fly
Yeah.
in space for that amount of time and plot a course to Pluto?
You can, but you won't be able to land directly on Pluto.
Yeah, once you get to Pluto, you have to select to land.
Yeah, I feel like I'd want to land though. I mean, I'm not flying the 7 hours. I'd like to fast travel like into like orbit.
Yeah.
Where I can like see like the planet's huge.
As of right now, you don't have any control over like what your ship does unless you're in just open space.
Yeah.
You can fly around and shoot bad guys and whatnot while you're in open space. That's about it. So, but if you choose to land on a planet, it's just a little cutscene of your ship landing, and then you get out and then you can walk around. Now, the problem also on planets is they are real planets. Like you can explore the entirety of a planet if you wanted to, but they're 40-kilometer little tiles. So you will eventually, if you walk a certain direction, you'll eventually hit a wall that says you can't go any further. Then you have to go back up into space, select the tile right next to it, and then land back down, and then get out, and you can keep walking. There's no point really in doing that.
Stupid.
If you just want to, like, I mean, all this.
Well, yeah, because you can scan, and it'll tell you if there's a point of interest anymore.
Right. And all of that's procedurally generated. So you essentially, if you want to go explore like an ancient ruin of something, if you find it, cool, you found it, and then maybe it'll give you some intel of another planet that has something similar, and then so it's very linear. You're just kind of like zigzagging all across the galaxy, trying to like solve mysteries and find stuff and do faction quests and whatnot.
And a small spoiler: you run into the Vulcans.
The Vulcans,
Essentially.
Live long and prosper.
You haven't found them yet?
I haven't found them yet.
Oh. You don't
What
know
game are you playing?
You don't know who they are. They're just what are they? The Starborn.
Oh yeah.
Okay. That's what I associated them with.
I'm all the way up to the end. Like the next mission I have is the end of the game.
Okay, so you encountered them.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I counted them too as like the Vulcans, because like the early like Enterprise where you're just now meeting this other civilization that's like, yo, you can't use those items.
Right.
It's too advanced for you.
Yeah, it's interesting how they kind of bleed in the highbrow side, because it feels like lowbrow, like realistic sci-fi stuff for about 70% of the game. And
Kind of like that, like Ad Astra kind of feel.
Yeah, and then out of nowhere, you get some like quantum physics level stuff, and you're just like, okay.
What do you mean I got warp?
Well, I mean, warp's always a thing, and they call it the grav drive and stuff. But so there's so much to do in this game, so much to do, and the game is driven entirely by interest and story. So there's 4 factions, and you can essentially do all the stuff for all the factions at the same time. But sometimes the factions overlap and conflict. Like for instance,
Yeah, they do.
yeah. So, like for instance, I had a contraband on my ship. I got stopped at
You got pulled over.
I did. I was trying to land on a planet, and they scanned me, and they said, "Oh, you got contraband. Stop, or we'll open fire." And I have a little low-level ship, so I was like, "Okay." So they sent this like fleet admiral guy, and he was like, "We've been monitoring your progress. We have a thing for you. If you choose to work with us, we'll waive your 400 credit
Fine
contraband, but you have to do our missions. Otherwise, you're just gonna have to pay the money and go to prison. And
I got that.
Yeah, and I was like, 400 credits. That's a lot of money. I have like 2 million credits now, so like, I didn't know what was going on. So I was like, okay, I just want to see where it took me. So they made me go undercover into a pirate faction, and I work your way up through that. And it's interesting because like you get attached and appeal to both, and obviously at the end of that quest line, you have to choose one or the other.
You chose the pirates.
I did not. I betrayed the pirates and I took their stuff. It's
Yeah,
great.
I was about to say, there has to be some sort of opportunistic moment for Hayden. Where he's like, how much can I gain?
Betraying the pirates is great because there was like no moral qualms about it. Like they're bad people, so money.
Money.
I did that, and then like
And they arrested you anyway.
no, I was like a war hero, and I'm legendary in the galaxies and stuff now. So
I'm at an impasse. I can't return to the main planet.
what'd you do?
He blew it up.
Well, every time I try to go back, they say that I'm a criminal. But they sent me on the mission that said, get this item no matter what. I tried to persuade him. He would not go for it. I killed him. And then I took all his stuff. And now when I try to go back, the UNC guys or whatever, they're like, no, you're a criminal. You can't stay here. I'm like, but I didn't do anything. And then they're like, open fire. So I jumped away. I went to another planet. They showed up. I jumped again.
Yeah.
Just to get away.
So there's these kiosks. They're called bounty kiosks. Have you found those? You can pay off your bounty there.
I probably need to do that. Because right now I'm at the Crimson Fleet headquarters hiding out as part of them.
It's a safe place.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah, I put a lot of points into the social stuff.
That's what my persuasion is like to the rank 2 at the moment.
Mine's maxed. So
I hadn't had enough yet.
And then you can go even deeper. So like the cool thing too is the skill abilities in the game. It's layered. Like you get better skills the more points you invest into a segment of skills. So like social, combat, technical stuff, things like that. And I put a bunch into persuasion, which is one of the earliest skills that you can unlock. And then there's 4 tiers of persuasion. By the time you unlock the 4th tier, you can basically just convince anybody to do anything.
It's like somebody pulls a gun on Hayden. It's like, give me your money. Hayden just goes, no.
Yeah.
The guy's like, all right.
Yeah.
Why not? I don't know
You
why.
start a little like kind of mini.
Put your hands
game,
up.
and
No, I'm tired.
You try and guess which answer would be like the best one, and then the more points you have in persuasion, you can literally say anything and a person will believe you. By the time you get better skills unlocked in the social, there's one called like diplomacy, and if a guy's like in an active gunfight, you can stop the gunfight and even get so good to the point where you can convince him to fight his friends and stuff like that. So it's pretty fun.
Hang on. I know you're shooting at me, but it'd be cooler if you shot yourself.
Yeah.
You're right.
There's a little bit of a supernatural element to the game. That's a huge spoiler, so I think I'll just kind of leave it at that.
But it's cool.
It is cool.
Especially the first thing you get.
Essentially, you can be a Jedi. So,
But no lightsabers.
I mean, there's swords.
Yeah, there's swords. I got a cutlass.
Yeah.
I haven't used it, but I got it.
Is it a hilt? I press a button
No.
and energy.
No, but you can do things like you can modify. Oh man, there's so much to do in this game.
There's all these space pistols. I have a 45 revolver, but like a 1911.
Yeah.
That's my gun that I use. Right now I can one-shot people with that gun.
Yeah. So like I put a lot of points in the stealth. I have that maxed out. And if you get a suppressor, that adds to your stealth critical damage. And then if you crouch while, if you're stealthing and you sneak up on a person that doesn't see you, that's 2 times damage. So I have an old Earth pistol with a suppressor on it. It's a 1911. And all I do is just walk through crowds and just like, boom, headshot, and just go, so.
There's a video I got to show you. It's a Viva La Dirt League where it's like when you use game skills in real life. And it's the sneak where you can just crouch.
Yeah, where'd he go? So, and it's a lot like that. But, yeah, it's 100% a Bethesda game. It feels like Fallout in space. But, like, the thing that this game has broken me on is I felt like in previous video games, all the way up until now, everything had a purpose. Mm-hmm. There is so much useless stuff in this game. Like you have to just say, "Screw it! I'm not even going there."
Yeah,
I'm not. It's too far off the beaten path.
That's what I've tried to. Every time I pull up my missions, I'm like, "What is the main stuff I gotta do?" That's what I'm
There's just so much to do. And I'll say this too: I think because where I'm at now and I understand where the game's going, it's not worth trying to beat everything in the game the first playthrough. You want to go ahead and finish the game, do a new game plus, and then keep rolling that way because the payout will be better that way.
Yeah.
Is there a new game plus?
Oh yeah, it's not just like you get to play again. It's actually like a part of the game. Like you would want to do new game plus. I'm trying not to spoil it. So
Okay.
it's really well thought out on how to get players to keep playing over and over again.
One thing I have to give it credit for is that I lose myself in this game. Like I'll start playing and then I look at my phone and it's like, oh, it's been 3 hours.
Time suck.
It's 1 a.m.
I mean, really,
It was noon when I started.
And you don't even realize, because I'll be tired and I'll play the game.
Yeah.
And then it has my attention so much that I will fight through the sleep. Like I don't even know that I'm doing it. And
I've done that a couple of times where I'll play and I'm like, I'm gonna do one more thing, and then I'll do that and I'm like, let me do one more thing.
Hang on, I just gotta check out that one thing.
Yeah, and the game knows it's doing this to you too, because let's say you want to go from one side of the galaxy to the other side of the galaxy. There's no way that you can make it in one jump, so you have to stop at like little waypoints along the way.
Almost kind of like Star Wars, where you have to jump to different planets to
But
you
the
can't jump straight.
second you come out of, and I know I'm watching the little cutscene where I'm driving through space, and I know like as soon as I come out of the grav drive, space in between time and place or whatever you're warp speeding through, I know that there's going to be a pirate. There's going to be some guy that's like, help, or something.
Give me all your cards or I'll mug you.
There's one dude, he hails me, and I'm like, what? So I take the hail. He's like, do you know the directions to Uranus? And I'm like, yes. And he's like, aha, it's right behind you. And he,
Like,
what was that? I'm like, get back here.
now I gotta kill that guy.
Well,
I gotta take all
basically,
this stuff.
for my ship, I've upgraded the shield as far as I can at the moment, and then I've upgraded the cannons to where they're maxed out.
Yeah.
So where I can, and I'll put my engines to like level 1 when I come out. That way, I don't have to like dodge a bunch.
Yeah.
I can just turn like,
Yeah.
just take the bullets from other people.
So have you put any points into piloting?
I have a little bit, especially the ballistics from the guns. So I have 3 like auto cannons on the front of the ship.
If you look at the pilot skill itself, the bottom unlock, the main unlock, the big one is Class C. And if you look at Class C, they're like Star Destroyer big. Like they're huge ships, And the game takes everything into consideration. There's always a give and a take. The bigger your ship, the slower it is, and the least amount of grav jumps you can do. But you can mount like 30 guns on it. So
Ain't nobody taking you.
yeah, so you just park in space, murder everybody, get all the rewards, move on. The easiest way to make money in this game is pirating, okay? And like you don't have to be a bad guy to be a pirate too, because there's so many bad guys out there.
Might
You
be
can just do whatever you want.
Might be a small reason on why I'm not allowed back on the main planet. Because we'll go to a planet, and then as you're walking, you'll see another ship land. I'll go over there, kill all the people, and take their ship.
Yeah,
And then I'll sell it.
It's so easy. Like you're just walking around, and some dude lands, and you're like, okay, I'll go see what's over there. Oh, they're shooting at me. Thanks for the free ship, everybody.
As I'm going, ka-pew,
Basically,
ka-pew.
for the ship, you just have to go and kill everyone and the captain, and then you can take the ship.
Yep, take it, sell it. So
Or you can keep it and modify it however you want.
yeah, the ship building menu. Oh my, that's a game in itself. Like
Yeah, I spent a lot of time on that.
It is so much to learn.
But then you got to have certain things, or else it won't allow you to make it, because you got to have like a certain level of grav drive for a ship that's a certain size. So it's kind of a give and
So,
take.
like, how big can you really make a ship?
Like, so big enough where you can make it as big as I think you want to. All right, but like
You said like Star Destroyer, but like, can I do like Super Star Destroyer?
I've seen videos where people have had essentially like warehouses on their ships. So like they have like a giant living space, like a college-looking dorm, and they have like a giant lab and all these like things.
Amenities.
Yeah, and if you upgrade your piloting skill where you can crew it with up to 8 people, they'll assume there's stations, and you'll have a bridge, like an actual like Star Trek bridge, and so like they'll man their posts for combat. And it'll all buff your abilities to defeat bad guys or to jump further or to talk to people and stuff like that. It's very involved, but it's really well done. Like that stuff is you'll never learn it all. It's just way too much, you know. And then on top of that, you know, there's outpost building, and that stuff is a whole nother thing. You can hire people to staff that too, and you can just go back to your outpost every 6 days or whatever, and then collect all the resources and build whatever you want. So there's so much to do, but again, I think just play the game, just run and gun for the first run through, you know, and then when you played it for the first time, you start New Game Plus, and then you find what you want to do, and then do that.
Well, Tom, like, here's a ship right here.
With the Power Rangers theme song?
There's a reason.
He's
making a Megazord. But can it fight?
I mean, it's got guns.
It's going to shoot guns out of it. That thing is ginormous.
Yeah.
Imagine the fuel it would cost to build that. To fly that. Go, go, Power Rangers.
He's even doing the paint.
I mean, it's pretty cool, like the stuff you can make. If you can think of it and make it work with the design, I mean.
I saw somebody do the Batwing.
Yeah.
They built like a small, like a stealth base. Because there's a feature of flying ships also where you can power down your energy and you can fly stealth and nobody can track you. So you can go right up to like enemy space stations and then just dock and they'll never know and stuff like that.
Yeah, if you power down your stuff enough where they don't pick up the energy signal.
Yeah. So there's all sorts of weird things like that you can do. You can do whatever you want. Like, just imagine yourself in like a space punk-esque sort of like setting and just, I want to be a bounty hunter. Yeah, there's a thing for that.
And then, I mean, you can, like, there's a little thing on the bottom left when you're flying your ship where you can adjust the level. Like, if you want your engines maxed out, you can lower your, offensive capabilities, max that engine out, and just take off, and people can't catch you.
Yeah.
Or you can lower the engine, like I do. I lower the engine down to 1, put my shields and my guns all the way to max, and I just sit there and take shots while I'm blowing people out.
As a tank.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I always keep my grab drive at 0, and then just if I'm starting to lose, I'll just power down one of the guns, put the grab drive in full, take off,
punch it.
That's what I do.
Pretty much. There's weird alien creatures. There's a whole thing about xenobiology that you can learn in, and the gun modifications, suit modifications.
See, I haven't played around with that too much because I'm still trying to figure all that stuff out.
So there's 3 levels of guns that you can be found, and I know that advanced is the best one, and I meant that like where I'm looting advanced guns now. Okay. So that now I'm starting to play with the gun modifications. I wasn't worried about it until I got the best guns that you can find laying around, and the game scales leveling with you, so you will always have a challenge, but it's actually pretty easy. It's a pretty easy game.
I mean, I think I told Hayden this already, but if you're good at first-person shooter games, it's a pretty easy game to play that part of the game.
And for a Bethesda game, it's really well done for like the feedback. Like it feels kinetic, like a shooter should. It's not like Call of Duty, but it's definitely the gunplay is the best a Bethesda game has ever done.
Well, because with the gunplay, I think I'm between 13 and 15, somewhere around there. But I'm taking on I'll take on a group of people, and the main minions or whatever, they'll be around the same level, and then they'll have one boss that's like level 28. Yeah, and it's not that hard.
I have this one.
As long as you don't just run out there in front of everybody, it's.
Oh, well.
I have this one gun. It has like a 400 round mag, and it's got 0 recoil. I don't know, it's some sort of smart gun or something. But I just hose it. It's like shooting a water hose, and you just see people's houses just go.
It's like, this is thank God for the future.
Super easy.
I use Andrea as my partner.
I use Sarah.
Oh, I use Andrea because she's like a warrior kind of person. Yeah, and she's stealth. And I'll go in, and all I use is I have 3 pistols set up as my primaries, and I just go in and I'll switch between them depending on what I need.
I used Sam once or twice, Sam Co.
Yeah, I used him once or twice, but I've mostly stuck with Andrea, because if you crouch, she basically turns invisible when she crouches.
The next playthrough, I'm probably going to pick her.
Shade away.
Yeah, and It's a
That
lot.
she's got a sexy accent.
Yeah, romance is a big thing too in this game.
I did see this.
Now I know why Mitch played.
I did see this thing where
It all makes sense now.
it talks about you're missing out on a lot of bonus XP if you don't have sex every day.
Yeah, it's like 25% XP game. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. So, and there's like 647 levels before you've
Of what, Poon?
before you've unlocked everything in the game, and then you're still not done. Like,
Before what, you unlock Svetlana?
so it's an involved game, and there's once you think you've understood something, it just opens up a whole nother thing. Like, you will constantly be doing new stuff.
Now, I have come across a few problems, kind of like with Cyberpunk. Like, there's been a couple of guys where I shoot them and then they just like freeze.
Really?
When they die. Yeah, when they die, I had one guy that was on some stairs.
They
He
do
was
like
just
the
like,
T.
I actually I was kind of blown away with the enemy AI because one dude was charging at me with an axe, and I started hosing him, and he dropped the axe, and he was like, "Nope, not for me," and he runs off. And
I've had that, and then I've had others that like start dodging left and right as they run towards you. Now, I did have a couple of times where I was playing, I don't know, maybe it was just the frame rate drop or something like that because it kicked me back out to the Xbox main screen.
yeah, it froze on me
a couple
twice,
of times.
I think.
Yeah,
But it's a good game.
it is. I was really surprised. It's really good.
Free on Game Pass. I get that it might not be for everyone because the thing that really sells the game for me is the ambience. Like, the immersiveness. I love space settings. I love sci-fi, and it just hits it checks all those boxes for me. You feel like you're in a space opera,
And like I've said before, I'm not a big single player game kind of guy, but this is actually a lot of fun.
But there's a lot of people that will not like the humdrum kind of slow immersion because the game does take a couple hours to get into.
Yeah, the first little bit's slow, but if you make it through that, it's.
But I like that. I was all about that because you're easing into this like crazy world that's being built around you, and I love how yes, the game is very dependent on fast travel to get from point A to point B because you would be just traveling in space for days in real time, and it would be pointless. So, but you still have that kind of slow effect of like space is endless and you don't mean anything, kind of thing. And I like that. it's a fun, immersive feeling. So
Where it's like you're literally just like a microbe in an ocean.
yeah, I give it an 8 out of 10. I think that it's the most polished Bethesda game ever launched. It's not for everybody, but I do think that if you have a game style or a play style for any single player game that you're kind of super into, you could find it in this game. I think it'll take a little bit of work up front, but then you can find a way to exploit that. And I think that the game does a good job making you at least have a look into being interested in new play styles that you didn't think you'd like. I'm not a huge outpost, house building, decorating kind of guy, but then I find myself like, I'm trying to put this stuffed animal just so in the corner and stuff like that.
I just want this to look right.
I haven't built an outpost, and my ship only has like 2 extra rooms from what the original thing was. I mostly just increase the output of all my other stuff.
Yeah,
but I do want to make a bigger ship that can house people better.
There's a ton of books, and some of them are like Dracula. Some of them are like
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, like they got a lot of Charles Dickens for some reason, and then
Dickens?
But then they all have books from like the future that are classics in that time and stuff like that. So every time I find a book, I collect it, and I have a bookshelf with all the books and stuff like that.
I had that in Skyrim.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So great game. I highly recommend it. Free on Game Pass. So the audience score is like really overwhelming right now. They before the game launched, they had already had 2 million players, and now they can't even track how many people are playing.
But there's no multiplayer.
No, it's a Bethesda game, man. So, but I think like people playing, they're gonna all have different stories. So like, I'd say like in a
Like,
month.
I did this. Oh, I did this, but did this happen to you? No, it didn't happen to me. What happened with that?
And since the world is so ginormous, there's no way we're going to see the same stuff. We're going to see a lot of the same stuff because the main plot line forces you through certain directions and certain planets. But when you do like the outlier kind of stuff, you're going to see random weird things. And
Would you classify this as a game that is in fact next generation for what these consoles were made for.
No. Well, okay. For what it's got a lot of moving parts, but they're not pretty. The models are ugly. The people are ugly.
There's a few that are like, you come up and you find this
Hey,
person's
you
face and they're like-
guys.
Yeah.
got these funny looking faces.
They do. They have bug eyes and stuff like that. But they sacrifice, I think, prettiness to have because like
Expansiveness.
yeah, when you're in a city, there's 1,000 people running around. You know, and you know when you're in space, there's a ton of debris and stuff like that. Space is beautiful, but yeah, like
horrifying.
and then you know the dialogue options. There's tons of dialogue options, and then if you have access to different things from the game, it even increases your dialogue options. So if you're a space pirate, you could have a different conversation with somebody than I could if I was a space cop or something like that. So,
Question: can you get the Starborn ship?
so I don't want to say. Yet.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
So.
Because I want that ship.
here's what I think we should do. I think all three of us should play it. In a month or two, we do a Starfield special, spoiler free. We just talk spoilers. No, like we have spoilers involved, and we just talk about all of our different experiences in the game. So
I mean, I think you would like it, Tom. It's a lot of fun. I didn't expect it to be as much fun as it is.
it's great. So I highly recommend it.
After Cyberpunk, I was a little iffy on his
Cyberpunk
recommendations.
Cyberpunk's gotten a lot better, but I'm all about Starfield right now. So I recommend it. A lot of people are poo-pooing on it because it's got the limited kind of capabilities of you can't fly your ship around. You are walking a lot in the future, which is weird.
But I found that if you jump
Jetpack.
on like the lower gravity planets, you use less like stamina, and you can just jump further distances.
Basically, the biggest obstacle in the game is managing your inventory.
Yes.
And try not to, because if you're over encumbered, you don't move slower, but your stamina goes down super fast. And then if your stamina goes down, then your health starts to go down.
Yeah,
So-
if you use up all of your stamina, then your health will start to slowly tick away.
Really?
If you keep maneuvering.
So you don't know what's valuable in this game. I have like 1,200 pounds of space rocks. And
I don't know if I need it.
and then you're like, you finally get back to a space station. You're like, $12, So
I had a nuclear fuel rod, and it was worth like $27.
I know.
I was like, what?
That's the future.
so annoying.
Future.
But yeah, I think that would be worth the three of us talking about in a special one day. So awesome game. Highly recommend it. You should download it today.
All right, news.
No.
Oh yeah, we have to do that.
In the world of news, we discuss weather. Tom.
Weather.
It is currently 68 degrees outside, cloudy with a 10% chance of rain. Winds moving at 5 degrees. Right? You want to just
Just jump into it. we'll refine that.
I have
bit.
TV show news. So do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go for it.
There's a new Goosebumps TV show coming out. It's going to come out Friday the 13th in October.
Yeah.
And these are the books that it's going to be based on.
I saw the series. I'm interested.
Say cheese and die.
Which one was that?
It's the one where they're all dead at the grill. It's the
Okay,
skeleton people.
the
Yeah, I'll remember that one.
Polaroid picture.
Yeah, I'll remember that one. There's always the little quotes or whatever that had like the white lettering. It's like, one picture is worth 1,000 screams. Night of the Living Dummy.
Of course, they had to have that one.
You got to have, that's a classic. The Haunted Mask.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
another one.
Yeah,
I
that was
remember seeing that.
that was a good
original.
one.
Yeah.
That was a good one. That was 1993. Go Eat Worms.
I don't know.
Homework was never this gross before.
Hmm.
I think I read that one. The Cuckoo Clock of Doom.
I remember that.
Keep your eye on the birdie.
You read all those books?
Yeah, I read all.
Yeah, the Cuckoo Clock of Doom was the one where the kid kept aging backwards, and he had to stop it before he got too little.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
That's like a Twilight Zone kind of thing.
What's the one with like the dude who looked like the superhero from like Jimmy Neutron?
I don't know.
Where they had like the tower
I don't
and
know.
just like magically appear. I don't know if you remember. They don't have what was the werewolf one? They had a werewolf one, and that one was like they did like the live action Goosebumps back then.
Mm.
Because that one was actually like legitimately creepy.
I was too
Was
scared
it
to watch that
Sleepaway Camp or something like that?
Something, I think maybe.
Camp,
Like
Camp
the
from
like
Nowhere?
swamp werewolf or werewolf
Something like
swamp
that.
or something like that.
I don't know.
I was too scared to watch
And
that
then they had Slappy.
Oh, yeah.
Like going, "Meh."
They got Monster Blood. Is that one of them?
They don't have Monster Blood.
I
I
do
remember.
remember
I remember
Monster Blood.
Monster Blood.
Yeah, I used to watch Goosebumps all the time and read the books.
All right, well,
5-episode premiere. It's gonna be on Disney Plus and Hulu.
October.
It's gonna be on the
Is it October 13th?
October 13th, Friday the 13th, I guess. Apparently,
Sweet.
it's gonna star, I guess, Justin Long.
Oh yeah, cool.
S-
He was in the
Except-
Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah,
So-
Jeepers Creepers, the original.
Rachel Harris is from the show Lucifer. I don't know who she plays.
I don't know.
Zach Morris from EastEnders.
Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell.
Yes. Iso Briones from Star Trek Picard.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Miles McKenna from Guilty Party. Anna Yi Puig from Gossip Girl. And Will Price from The Equalizer.
Oh, okay.
So they will be doing that.
Cool. Movies.
Well, coming to your face in the middle of sports, we have the team led by Tom Hardy being controlled and assisted by Austin Butler and Michael Shannon in The Bike Riders.
The Bike Riders!
It's going to be a movie that's based on like the concept
Based on
of the original Hell's Angels. Like
Hell's Angels.
it's like building up their legacy or whatever.
Legacy.
We got to work on that.
Yeah.
But it's
I'm just going to pick random words.
Tom Hardy's basically trying to convince Austin Butler to, I forgot the names of the characters, but to stay in their biker gang because they need them. But then they're kind of like almost like a Sons of Anarchy where they start to do worse and worse things.
Yeah.
I know what's his name, Daryl. What's that guy?
Norman Reedus.
Norman Reedus. He's going to be in it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, basically it's like the start of the Hell's Angels kind of thing when they started to turn bad, not just a normal motorcycle gang.
They went by Ed.
Then we have also Henry Cavill is being rumored to be cast as the Highlander. I haven't seen official news, but I've seen a lot of rumors about it. They have another thing where
That'd be a good franchise to reboot.
there's another movie on Hulu that's coming out that stars Caitlin Denver. She was on Last Man Standing with Tim Allen as like the youngest daughter.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what else she's been
Yeah.
in. But it's basically a Hulu horror movie about alien abduction, which actually the trailer looks pretty cool.
Do they call it like Hular?
Have you ever seen The Fourth Kind with Anna Jovanovic?
Mhm.
It looked kind of like along those lines of like creepy, scary.
Interesting.
And then lastly, the last bit I have is that Rotten Tomatoes might be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, I like that article.
They evidently have been paying people off to give good, or people have been paying critics off to give good reviews to movies, and Rotten Tomatoes is like, yeah, okay.
Well, they deny it, and then
They deny it,
The
but-
producers involved deny it, but then like a bunch of indie movie producers are like, so it's kind of I can't.
It's like we put out this movie, we got this score, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden we have this score.
Yeah, so what happens is they this Vulture article noticed in the first in 2015, they noticed in like the first 6 days a movie would come out and have a really bad score.
Mm-hmm.
And then the more people who watched it, all of a sudden it just skyrocketed into a fresh status. I think the cutoff for fresh is like what, 60%?
Yeah.
So they would pay. They found out
Yeah.
that people were being paid to write reviews to bump the score up. And it's not like,
Yeah, for money. I mean, you've seen it like on like ads or whatever for like a show, like whatever. It's just like, oh, certified fresh.
yeah.
Like they'll throw that out there.
It's just crooked, and the problem is, and the audience is the one that suffers because you are having to. That's why movies aren't as good as they used to be. And they talk about that, like why movies were so much more quality in the 90s
Yeah.
than they are today. And it's because this like micro data phishing nonsense that people are doing, and they're just bumping slowly over time with mass to get people to like a movie That's not good.
Well, because
It's Moneyball
people will
for
like
movies.
people like, oh, we got to go see this because supposedly it's good. And then everybody's like, oh yeah, they said it's good, so yeah, it's good.
Yeah, they said that
This was good, even though deep down I'm like, that movie sucked.
they said that 30% of audiences actually care what Rotten Tomatoes says.
It's a big margin, though.
It's a big chunk. So, they factor that into the reviews and the marketing strategies. They pay off a company whose sole purpose is to basically like, what's it called when political parties?
What, lobby?
Yeah, they lobby essentially their movies on Rotten Tomatoes and stuff like that, and they just promote it, lie about it, and
No, it's great. Yeah, it was fantastic.
They'll said that in the article itself that some critics who are certified critics through Rotten Tomatoes are forced to say a false review, and then they'll have like their own small, measly, piddly website or whatever, like our podcast essentially, and they'll say what they really want, and nobody cares because it's not Rotten Tomatoes. So you can actually search
That's
a
the
critic.
brand.
You can actually search a critic and find two conflicting reviews on the same
Like
app.
his Rotten Tomatoes, like, oh yeah, this was good, this was great. I really like this. I'm giving this like an 8 out of 10.
And then
it's really just like this movie sucked. Like I wanted to gouge my eyes out after the credits.
Yeah, but money. So,
But then again, you wonder, like, movie critics is like, who's right though?
so that's another thing too. Is the reason why they can kind of get away with it is because
It doesn't matter.
it does. Yeah, it's art. So
Like Mitch makes a movie,
all-
you watch it
all a matter of
and
opinion.
you love it. I watch it, I absolutely hate it. Which one of us is right about the movie?
nobody's right about it. Nobody's right or wrong. I will like a movie that you guys hate, and vice versa.
It happens a lot.
So, but
Because
that's
you like weird stuff.
we all like weird stuff, Mister. I was born in the 1400s. So,
Look, wrestling is king. That's all I got to say.
Thomas is actually a vampire.
so it's a moot point, and I think like people are inundated with having the internet tell them with what they need to watch, and I don't know, maybe we're old, but I'll decide for my damn self if I want to see a movie or not. So, and
It's kind of like the reason I didn't see Barbie because I could care less.
maybe it's a good movie. I don't know.
I just
I
like
don't care.
how that movie came. If Oppenheimer didn't come out at the same time, this movie probably would have tanked.
What, Barbie?
Yeah, because they had like the Barbenheimer
I think that
or
honestly,
the Arby.
I think that they honestly promoted each other really well. I think it was a really
It was a really bizarre circumstance.
it worked.
I mean, like just keeping up with like college stuff and like fraternity stuff. It's like so many people were like the Oppen Barbie.
yeah,
or
Barbenheimer.
Barbenheimer,
Yeah.
where you got dudes dressed like Oppenheimer, girls dressed up like Barbies, and they're throwing parties. It's just like death and destruction are at your hands. It's like what I did. Destroy, become worlds, whatever, and it's just like I'm a Barbie. Like it's like the collided
Yeah,
two things that should never have anything to do with each other.
and it worked.
And there we are.
It was a smart thing.
2023.
So
You got to find a good sister movie when you come out.
yeah. So I think that's the moral of the story: is
Don't trust Rotten Tomatoes.
don't trust the internet. Go for yourself.
Hey, Abe
Or-
Lincoln said you can't
or-
post anything on the
Or
internet.
you
That's not
know what's funny? Word of mouth is still the best way to market anything. If you hear your friends talking about how good a movie is,
So, to interject, all of you listening, tell all your friends how good we really are.
yeah, exactly.
true. Yeah, tell them what the top gear of podcasts.
Yeah. All right.
Even it's just like it's not true.
Moving on to games. Games.
Games.
There is a leak from a reputable source from Nintendo discussing that they're going to do another Nintendo Direct soon, within like this month of September. So that's kind of a big deal, especially because Nintendo's been doing monthly stuff since June, I think. And so people are assuming that September, because September is like the big month for Nintendo to release all their holiday stuff, that they're going to talk about the new Switch coming out.
Which has already been input to the Switch 2, where they've had like gamers or developers playing it.
Yeah, so I'll be interested to see what that's about. A lot of people are speculating that Metroid Prime 4 will also be announced and, showcased better.
There'll probably be some sort of Mario to do.
Well, so this month, or August's month of Nintendo Direct, they showcased Mario Wonder, which is the first Mario game without Chris.
The guy who's voiced Mario pretty much our entire lives.
Yeah. It's got a new Mario voice actor, And the game actually looks pretty fun.
But he goes, ho ho.
It's a
It's a me, a Mario. It's SEO Auditory. Yeah. That's what it really is.
It's a 4-player game. It's a side scroller Mario game, which is cool. I like classic reimaginations. But you can customize your 4 characters and unlock skills and abilities that make you do stuff different in the game. So it's about as in depth as you
can get with Mario.
Yeah, and it'll be fun. I got 4 people in my family, my wife and my 2 kids, so that'll be a lot of fun for us when it comes out. So,
since this is technically going to be released next week, I figured I'd go ahead and announce some of the stuff coming out.
Okay.
If you're listening this week, which will be the Haunting in Venice.
Yep.
Which is basically based off like the Murder in the Orient Express.
Yeah. So Hercule Poirot.
Yep.
Stuff.
Agatha Christie stuff.
There's also going to be the show Daryl.
Daryl.
It releases on September 10th.
Daryl.
But basically, from what I've read or what I've seen, is some reason he's on this boat. There's a big shipwreck kind of thing. He washes up in Paris.
Okay.
And
yeah, I saw the trailer. I was like,
yeah. I read an article and they said it for the review that this person gave, which like we already talked about, it could be subjective, but they said that this does a really good job of letting you see the rest of the world and giving Daryl, besides his little snippets of emotion in certain areas, they actually let you expand upon his character.
It's The Last of Us. It's The Last of Us. They're totally shamelessly copying The Last.
Well, they said that if you like The Last of Us, you would like this, but don't expect it to be the same thing.
He's carrying some kid with him, isn't he?
They didn't really reveal why or what, but he's got to protect them.
He's the cure.
He's basically being paid to get them to another place by somebody. But
somebody.
It shows. They said the show really focuses on why people like Daryl are the ones that to survive and be able to keep up in this kind of world.
Okay.
And then lastly, next week you also have the fruition of the reboot of Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah, people are freaking out about this game. I was like, another Mortal Kombat game. Okay.
Because this supposed to be like, what, Mortal Kombat 20?
No, this would be...
They're rebooting it.
But essentially this would be like 12, but it's a reboot of the whole thing over.
I thought this game already came out.
No.
Yeah.
It's coming out this week.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a big
I've seen
deal.
Phasia playing it and like doing online rank stuff.
Yeah, people can do like early access stuff.
Okay, so that's what that was then.
But it comes out this week, which will be a reboot, and that's one of the things we were talking about. Like Megan Fox, she's been cast as like this character called Natara, and they're like, why are we paying these high budget actors to be characters we don't care about, and they're actors we don't care about being in this game?
I don't know.
So that they won't.
Because money.
Yeah, pretty much. But
I got some game news though.
Okay.
So, are you ready for the 16 maps for Call of Duty for Modern Warfare 3?
Yeah, the Modern Warfare 2 maps.
Yep. Afghan, Derail, Estate, Favela, Karachi, High Rise, fantastic map. Invasion, Quarry, my jam. Rundown, Rust, Scrapyard, Skid Row, where if you had the Spaz 12, you were just running it, especially that hallway. Sub Base, which was awesome. Terminal, which was like the greatest map ever on Call of Duty. Underpass and Wasteland. And this is a thing of contention I want to talk about, where they're bringing in these features, and they use the word feature, but they don't really understand the meaning of the feature.
Okay.
Because this was stuff I had at one point in my life in Call of Duty that they then took from me, and then 2 or 3 games later, like, oh, hey, we're introducing these new features. It's like, no, I could do that in Ghosts. I could do that in Advanced Warfare. I could do that in the first Modern
What
Warfare.
are the features, Tom?
You can cancel slide animations,
Okay.
i.e., slide cancel.
Yeah.
Oh, so
But apparently it does not reset tactical sprint, which means if you just
I don't care.
tap a button, you can do it. You
Saying
can
that they
cancel partial reloads, which you could do in the first one.
Saying you have slide cancel has already turned me off this game.
Mantling is faster, and you can mantle while sprinting, things you could do in the first one. You can fire during and immediately after sliding, finally, which you could do in the other games. Tactical sprint durations are increased depending on the weapon you're using, so imagine the lighter the weapon, the faster and the more you can sprint.
Okay.
Tactical sprint recharges while sprinting.
Okay.
I don't get how you can tack resprint. Well,
I don't know either.
Doing
Well,
that.
basically, you've just told me that I don't want to play this game.
It feels like they're reaching to come up with stuff to.
They're bringing
justify a
back
sequel.
what was good about the other ones.
You say
that
good, I
they
say
took
stupid.
out. It's called skills.
No, it's called button mash as fast as possible.
It's
there's-
not button
there's
mashing.
nothing
It's a sequence of movement.
There's nothing tactical about this game anymore.
What justifies it to be a sequel, though? Besides bringing back old maps and bringing back old abilities.
And they've been showing stuff in the trailer where people are just like they're gonna do Verdansk. It's just like that's this. Like people are like breaking down the trailer and go, that's that from that map.
Why?
So we're
Because they realized they crapped the bed with the second one. They had something cool at the beginning. I liked the kind of slower paced Warzone where you had like loot backpacks. There was like some sort of like management. Like you had to find a good vest, find a bigger backpack to carry more stuff. You could do that sort of stuff. And like,
I feel like they're just developing in a circle. They're just like, oh, they're mad about this. Let's go back to that. Oh, they're mad about that now. Let's go back. And then it's just nonstop, and they're just re-releasing the same content for $60, $70 every time.
and I think it should be less if I'm buying it digital because there's no manufacturing or distribution.
They're never going to stop doing that. So, but
Personally,
I'm not going to get this game. I didn't. Did I get Warfare 2? I can't remember.
you did.
Yeah.
We've played it for a year.
Well, no, I played the free Warzone stuff. I can't remember if I played the online stuff or the video game. So, I don't know. We'll see what
But
Tom
I'm
thinks of
just-
this game.
I'm just mad that they're calling this crap features when it's like this was stuff we could already do that you took.
It's almost like they're
It's
just,
like with Madden, 23, they brought back franchise mode as a feature. How many Maddens had franchise mode for our life?
Yeah.
Almost all of them.
It's almost like they're just trying to get your money or something.
I know.
It's wild. So,
I just hate that they cater to the streamers just so they can have slide canceling. So, I mean,
No, they cater to people who could get good.
okay, Tom.
Mr. Hide in a bush.
Okay, Tom.
it's a strategy, all right? You know,
Mitch played the long game. I played the screw it.
I play that. I'm dead. So,
I like to outthink people. Tom just likes to go in and button mash.
I like to just shoot him and be done with it.
I like games that require actual thinking.
I don't like this game at all.
I like
I'm just
violence.
mad the entire time. So,
That's why I like playing the DMZ mode.
But you were the one that made us play the first one.
yeah, it was fun when it first came out.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
You got mad.
No, they changed the game so much.
This is why I feel that DMZ mode is better than Warzone now, because you can fight other players, but you actually have a chance to retreat.
But they're not even talking about that DMZ's even going to come back for the third one.
What?
They're not even talking about DMZ really
It is.
coming back.
It is. It's still going to be part of it. But it's just, at least in DMZ, you could retreat, outmaneuver people in Warzone. You're just ambushed and attacked from all corners and all angles. at
I
all
don't like the
times.
team up thing, though, in DMZ, where you can form up into a 6-man squad. Because at that point, it forces everybody else to do that.
Yeah, but it just depends.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. That's it for this week's
Tom will
episode.
throw his controller through the wall.
Tune in next week where we'll be discussing.
Things and places and people and
And buffalo sauce.
I will be doing trivia on artificial intelligence movies. So, movies about AI.
Way to
and
pick
whatnot.
highbrow crap me and Mitch know nothing about.
I'm sure you've seen a couple
iRobot.
movies. There you go.
2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah, that's true.
How?
All right. Well, goodbye from Mitch.
Bah.
Goodbye from Tom.
Bye, Tom.
Goodbye from me. Hey, goodbye.
Your power's a weasel.